We gotta figure out who's all streaming tonight, because I'm probably just gonna do multi-Twitch and watch you guys for like the first hour of the event before I actually go and launch myself around 8 o'clock. I know, Grant, you're streaming. Jeffrey, you streaming?
Hey. Hello, everybody. Bit of a shorter intro again, kind of back-to-back short intros, but it's the same reason as last night. We are getting ready to go join an event briefing, so I just wanted to kind of get things rocking and rolling, and we're going to head over to the Virtual USA Flying Club Discord channel.
Looking a little weathery.
It's holding, even if it's marginal.
JPC himself, and so anyway, I'm gonna buzz over there, and we're gonna listen to the event briefing for what should be a lot of fun tonight. If you're just tuning in, guys, Virtual USA Flying Club event spawned in at Kalamazoo.
People that'll start coming in the next 5 minutes or so.
It's a giveaway stream. It's chance to win a $25 gift card. So spread the word. Let's head over to the chat room here and see. Oh, nobody's live just yet, but that's okay. This is our plan, by the way. Just while we're sort of waiting, it's a little sketchy. We're gonna try to do VFR as much as we possibly can here. The fields that we're planning here are all still green dots. So, but we're gonna depart Kalamazoo, head out here to Toledo. We're just looking for a little bit longer route. Originally I was going to do the Cessna 170, but I've changed to the SR22 because it is now available. And then I'm planning on turning northbound up here to Lansing, which is one of the event fields. And we're going to plan to end here at South Haven just because I thought it'd be kind of nice to make an approach toward the end of the day to a field by the lake. So real time, real weather. We're going to see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I had emailed Chicago a couple weeks ago asking for ATC, and they replied, said that they would post it up, so hopefully we get something. We'll see.
Change my flight plan here. There we go. And we're just, like I say, just
definitely makes it a little bit more fun when they're on.
Just gonna go.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if they're gonna show up or not. I'm hoping they do, but I tried. I put the feeler out there.
Try to shoot VFR here if we can. There we go. That's gonna be our first leg. So, oh, I think originally I spawned in at Toledo and then I switched here, so it thinks I flew this leg already. All right, well that's okay. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This will be interesting with the weather. Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go, and if we have to, I mean, we'll file VFR or IFR, or if we have to, we'll pick up pop-up IFR If there's no ATC though, the point is moot. We'll just be able to just do kind of what we need to. But anyway, we're ready for anything. We're mainly ready.
Loud and clear.
Mainly just ready to have some fun. Hope you guys are having a good Tuesday.
Unicom, radio check.
I don't know if you hear me, but 5x5.
5x5, right back at you.
Sweet, I don't have any power on. That's really weird. Maybe I do. Crap, I better check. I don't want to be wearing my battery out. Battery power. What do I have? Why am I have no power. Okay, weird. Weird. Very weird. That's okay. You know what? Actually, what we're going to do is this. I am going to get this thing started. Because it takes a minute to warm it up, so we'll do that. So 1002. Here. Silence the alerts here. And booster pump coming on. Clear prop. Away she goes.
Looks like we're scattered all over this airport.
Yeah, it's a weirdly designed little field.
Nav data out of date. Oh, interesting.
All right, it's 7 o'clock on the East Coast, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the briefing. Thank you very much for coming in today, everybody. Welcome to Where Will Mike Land? That, of course, is me. This is just a unique little event that I decided to put together in the hopes of trying something a little different. The idea here is that we're all going to depart out of Kalamazoo, and you guys are going to fly around. You can hit up as many of these fields as you want, whether it's Bravo Echo Hotel, Bravo Indy Victor, Bravo Tango Lima, Golf Romeo Romeo, Lima Alpha November, Lima Whiskey Alpha, being the 6 fields for the contest. So just fly around. You can stop at as many as you like, but the idea is that whatever airport you decide to finish at, or make your last full stop landing at, to call it good, that's going to be the airport that is considered your entry into the potential contest. So let's say if you land at Lansing, and that's your final stop, you would then put into the temporary Where Will Mike Land channel that you put your call sign, you put where your final destination was. If it was Lansing, you put Lansing, and you would put the time that you finished and wrapped up the event. So you have the option of doing many legs, you have the option of doing just one leg, but wherever you finish, that's the airport that you're guessing where I'm going to land. And if there is only one person that lands at the correct airport, that person will win the prize by default. If more than one person lands at the correct field, then their names will go into a random name generator, the one that I use all the time, to generate one person to win from there. So you could guess correctly but still not win if there's multiple people that land at the correct airport, if that makes sense, because I'm starting to get a little poor here, so I can only give away one gift card. And everyone should really, when you have the moment of time, thank Michael Stein. He's not here with us tonight, but he had won this $25 gift card at the previous event that I ran and decided that he wanted to re-gift it to the club. So it's really not me giving it away to necessarily tonight. It's really Michael Stein that's giving it away. So he's not here right now, but the next time you guys get a chance, you can thank him for that, and for it kind of obviously allowed me to kind of put this event idea together. I tried to keep it in the simplest terms, the rules of the event. In terms of the actual event details, the weather is a little bit on the marginal side if you're looking at Sky Vector, but it is VFR at all the fields right now. It could change. It's also very windy at all the fields right now, so I'm going to leave it up to you whether or not you want to adjust your sim accordingly, at least in terms of the ceilings. I would say keep the wind. We like a challenge. Let's give ourselves the challenge today. But as it stands right now, we should be okay to run this event VFR. If you need to do IFR, that's fine. I was hoping for air traffic control, but so far we have none. I did put out a request to the Chicago ARTCC a couple weeks ago. Got a hold of their events coordinator. They said they would put it onto their website or their Discord at least, and put out the request. Obviously, it's never a guarantee, and as it stands right now, we don't have anyone up at any of the fields. So that's a little, I'm not gonna lie, that's a little bit of a bummer. I was hoping for a little bit of luck with that, but in the meantime, we'll use the VATSIM Unicom 1 to 2.8. If you notice that someone signs on, whether it's Kalamazoo Approach or any of the approaches or towers, make sure then that you use the ATC accordingly. Because most of these fields are controlled. Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Lansing, Grand Rapids are all controlled fields. Kalamazoo, Lansing, and Grand Rapids all being Class Charlies. So just definitely make a note of that. Battle Creek being a Class Delta. So these are all just things to kind of keep in mind as you're flying along if ATC does pop on at any of these facilities. Again, I was hoping for a little bit of air traffic control tonight. Doesn't look like we're going to have. It's just like with the weather, no such luck. But we're here. We're going to give it a go. And that's just kind of the way that it is. Does anybody have any questions about how the contest is going to work? I can repeat any of the instructions if you need me to. All right, I'm hoping everyone then kind of has a good grasp on what's going on. If you haven't already, read the message that I put in the temporary channel, the where will Mike land. If you haven't already, please acknowledge with the thumbs up reaction that you understand what you need to put in the channel, and that also is kind of your acknowledgement of that you understand the contest rules for the event tonight. I'm going to be in this channel, so if you have any questions last minute, let me know. The only question I will not answer is where am I going to land? That answer will be found out after I start making my way towards the field once 9 o'clock hits. Once 9 o'clock Eastern hits, the contest is cut off, so you have to make sure that your final full stop landing is done before 9 Eastern at the airport that you want to choose so that you can be eligible for the prize, because right at 9 Eastern, I'm going to be on my stream and I'm going to turn my airplane towards the field that was randomly generated and randomly picked. I didn't even pick it. I didn't hand pick the field. It was randomly generated. The only other person in this channel that knows what the field is Jeffrey. And obviously, I mean, if you want to try and follow him around, good luck, but I'm sure he's not going to be giving it away in any way, shape, or form, so that might not be the best strategy. But he does know, just so you guys know, that there's no cheating or anything like that going on. I do have a confidant. So is there any other questions, or any questions in general about the event? That's what I'm feeling.
Can we ask which fields are not going to be your final field?
Incurred, no. I'm not going to answer that question either. Nice try, though.
Darn it.
Any other questions? Alright, I don't plan to turn my stream on until 8, because obviously I need to wait till 9 o'clock anyway to go to a field. So I'm going to hang tight at the airport and kind of just watch you guys all launch and get moving. Again, I apologize. I was really hoping for ATC, but there's nothing we can do to control that. If they pop on during the event, handle it as you would any other time you're on VATSIM. When air traffic controller pops up, they'll send a contact me, you get to the right frequency, etc., etc. Just keep an eye on VATSpy or whatever you use to see when VATSIM ATC comes on, just in case, so that way maybe ahead of time you can say, oh look, that tower's on, I have to get ready to call him before I enter this Class Charlie or Class Delta. So just be mindful of that. Again, I apologize, we don't have it right on the front end. Only so much I can do. Have fun, guys. Good luck.
Thank you, Mike.
Oh, and one last thing. If somehow nobody lands at the correct field, then the gift card will be saved for another future event of this type. So
I like
there
that
will be no
idea.
Winners if somehow nobody lands at the correct field.
I like that idea. All right, you guys, let's start to plan a little bit here. So again, you saw the rough sketch or the rough schedule.
Mike or 8033 Foxtrot, Jeffrey, and Melvin.
Sweet. So we're in the
Watch you guys
Cirrus,
for an
which
hour
is
before I get
not
started.
the best in the wind. So you see, that's going to be our main concern here is winds 17 to 31 knots, and coming from the north though. So we're gonna plan runway 35 for our departure, but the ceiling's here 4,600 feet. So I have filed VFR at 3,500 because we are southeast bound. So let's get a quick, if we can, taxi briefing. I think we're right here. So you know, we've tried to. Oh man, I'm doing this thing where I keep clicking on the wrong.
Uncle Radio, Pilatus 3499 Mike, departing runway 27. We'll
Wrong
be doing
thing.
a right downwind departure.
I think, holy moly, we've got ourselves a long taxi here, don't we? So and we're gonna have to cross 2 runways regardless. So I think what I'm gonna do probably is go hotel, maybe grab Fox 2 and then Foxtrot to Alpha and all the way down. Or is this this is Bravo? Sorry, Bravo all the way down. Golly. One of my maps, I have to hold the right button down to move, and the other I have to hold the left button, and I always get it backwards. And I think we'll go ahead. We'll go full length here, and probably one of the most treacherous parts of our flight is just going to try to taxi this free castering light Cirrus down to the end of 3-5. But we'll depart right-hand traffic, head down to Toledo. Toledo is not one of our fields in this event, but the fields are spread apart and to where they're only 20 to 30 miles apart sometimes, and I just felt like this would be, it'd be a little funner to spread the wings a little bit and kind of get going. So I've got the altimeter set, I've got my altitude set, my heading bug is for the most part set, and we are still just kind of letting things warm up here. The plane that you got to kind of take care of a little bit, and yeah, I think that's us. Let's see here, what else do I need to do? I think I will turn on my defroster right now. I got that on. Probably do both at this one time. And yeah, so there is a bit of anti-icing here. It's TKS, so you have to be careful about how long you keep this stuff turned on. The pitot heat obviously is just your standard pitot heat, but yeah, I've run this thing out of anti-icing fluid and promptly crashed, so I have to be careful. I think we'll go ahead and taxi down, and we'll see how we do when we warm up, or as we get going here.
Pull up, 3.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Before we get going, though, let me say hello to folks in the chat, like our friend Good Fixins. Good to see you. Good to see you. And I see that Eric, 524 Echo Alpha, is here as well. Hey, Eric. Nice to see you as well. Rob of Panagon is here. Time to show off all those nav skills. That's right, baby. Direct. Yeah, so there's not a whole lot. There's really, this Kalamazoo is the controlled airspace that we have to really worry about, as you can see. Once we're out of here, we do need to make a call if there's somebody, if there's somebody controlling Toledo, but I don't know if we will or not. And yeah, that's about all there. Also, let's see, Agent Presta. Good afternoon, Agent Presta. Great to see you as well. And of course, JPC. Hello to you, sir. Thanks for organizing the event, man. I'm looking forward to it. Been looking forward to it all day. So let's go ahead, freecaster this thing, as I think it was Eric that said.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Yeah. So the wind. So my oh, I'm drawing a blank. My little tabs that pick up.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
That pick up your airspeed and all that. Your stall indicators, stall vane, I think is what it's called on this plane too. It's going to be going crazy because the wind is going to be.
Wind shear,
Yeah,
wind shear,
here,
wind
just,
shear.
We're taxiing at about 10 knots, and the winds are going about 30 knots. So. Kalamazoo traffic, Cirrus 816. We're crossing runway 9er
Wind shear,
on Charlie
wind
1.
shear, wind shear.
Nice to know that's functional. Boy. Anyway, I was going to say, I think it was Eric that appropriately
Wind shear.
talked
Wind
about
shear.
taxing this
Wind
thing
shear.
as some sort of intoxicated rhinoceros or something. I don't remember exactly how you put it, but as you so elegantly are able to say, like it's
Wind shear.
blowing
Wind shear.
kittens and things
Wind
like
shear.
that. Is it XP realistic? No, this is just us. Oh my gosh, where am
Wind
I?
shear. Wind shear.
I think I
Wind
lost
shear.
my bearings here. Gosh, we're supposed to cross 9. Kalamazoo traffic, Cirrus 816, crossing runway 9 on hotel.
Wind shear. Wind
Jeez
shear.
Louise,
Wind
that was
shear.
bad. This is me trying to do too much at once, guys. Let me see if I can just get focused. I did warn you that this might be the most treacherous part of the flight today.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Pilatus is right downwind for runway
Wind
23
shear.
Battle Creek.
Wind shear.
Touch
Wind
and go.
shear.
Okay, I'm going to back off on the throttle here.
Kalamazoo traffic, Twin Comanche, Charlie, Golf, Golf Romeo, Sierra. Be taxiing to
Wind
runway
shear.
35
Wind shear. Wind
via
shear.
Alpha, cross 05, cross 09, and Bravo. Charlie, Golf, Golf Romeo, Sierra.
All right, I'll get caught up here real fast with the chat.
Wind shear. Wind
Just as
shear.
soon as I don't
Wind shear.
bend my airframe just taxiing here. All right, here's Bravo. We're going to hang it right on Bravo. And we're going to try to find the,
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
make sure no one's coming. We're going to try to find the silence
Kalamazoo
the
traffic, Caravan 522 crossing runway
alarm.
5 at Alpha. Kalamazoo.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
So he's a little bit away from me, so
Wind shear.
Whoa.
Wind shear. Wind
it's
shear.
especially hard to taxi this thing with the wind at your back because you have no. When you get going with this plane, it's light enough that you have a little bit of rudder authority.
Charlie, Golf, Golf Romeo,
When
Sierra.
the wind is at your back and actually pushing you,
Wind shear.
it almost works
Wind shear.
opposite.
Wind shear.
There's some fighter jets over there. That's kind of cool.
Kalamazoo traffic, Caravan 522 clear runway 5 at Kalamazoo.
Oh, goodness
Wind
sakes.
shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
I've actually never heard it really holler wind shear this much.
Kalamazoo traffic, Twin Comanche, Charlie, Golf, Golf Romeo, Sierra. Clear runway 05, Kalamazoo.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Could
Wind shear.
potentially be indicating that we're maybe trying to depart in conditions that this plane's not really capable of, but that's all right.
Wind
We'll
shear.
give her a go.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Kalamazoo traffic, Caravan 522 clear runway 9 Kalamazoo. Battle Creek traffic, Pilatus runway 31 on the roll.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Kalamazoo traffic, Twin Comanche, Charlie, Golf, Golf Romeo, Sierra. Crossing runway 09 on Alpha, Kalamazoo.
Hey, Rob. How are you, man? We're gonna
Wind
pull
shear.
over and do a little
Wind
run up
shear.
here, so
Wind shear.
just want to make sure I get everything where it needs to be. 6.
And Kalamazoo traffic, Charlie, Golf, Golf Romeo, Sierra. Clear of runway 09 on Bravo.
Wind shear.
Taxiing runway
Wind shear.
35,
Wind
Kalamazoo.
shear.
Kalamazoo traffic, Cirrus 816. We're going to be doing a little run up here at the end of Bravo, so if you guys are ready, we should be out of the way.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
All right, just seriously curious about this. I wonder if there is a cancel alerts option here anywhere.
Cirrus on the
Wind shear.
side of
Wind
Bravo,
shear.
Caravan
Wind
522.
shear.
Sure thing, we'll pass you on the left.
Yeah, hopefully I gave you enough room there, but feel free, guys.
We're high wing, you're low wing. It should work out, right?
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
All right, let's spin it up here. Got the parking brake set. Oh gosh, we're still going.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Gosh, even with the parking brake set, I was still moving. That ain't good. Am I really out in the way now, probably? Dang it, yes I am. Let's try that again, guys. Let's,
Wind
sails
shear,
moved over.
wind shear, wind shear.
May not be able to do much of a run up here if that's the case. Not really an official run up area, but again, this is
Wind shear, wind
some of the
shear,
things we do,
wind
and I'm not
shear.
really turning back into the wind either like I'm supposed to, but we'll just keep the brakes on instead of the parking brake. Let's take another look here.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
A little cool on 2, 4, and 6. Everything else though is looking good. Fairly well in
Wind
the
shear,
green.
wind shear,
Temperature,
wind shear.
pressures, all that good stuff.
Kalamazoo traffic, Twin Comanche, Charlie Golf, Golf Romeo, Sierra will line up and wait runway 35, Kalamazoo.
Wind shear, wind shear,
Flaps
wind
are
shear.
operational. Looking at the bike controls here. Can I see? I don't think I can see in the back. Yeah, I can kind of basically. No.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Departing the pattern at 2.
Booster pump is on. We're going to switch to the other tank. Make sure everything is running off of that
Wind
tank
shear,
also.
Wind shear, wind shear.
Okay, nav, strobe, landing, pitot coming on, and looks like my lights are all the way up. I don't know where the silence the alarm is at. Just
Wind
gonna roll
shear,
with it.
wind shear, wind shear.
All right, anybody coming down here? Nope, I think we can get.
Kalamazoo traffic, Twin Comanche, Charlie
Find out.
Golf, Golf Romeo, Sierra be taking runway 35 via left crosswind departure, Kalamazoo traffic.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
Kalamazoo traffic, Boeing Jets taxi, runway 35, Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo traffic, Cirrus 816. We're lining up 35.
Wind shear, wind shear,
Whoa.
wind shear.
The wind is just ripping my tail.
Annie West reminding you to read the chat.
I promise I will. Let me get lined up here. Thanks for your patience, guys.
Wind shear,
Somebody's going
wind
to tell me
shear,
where that
wind shear.
wind shear cancel button is, aren't you? All right, we got a minute here. Holy moly.
Hey, Richard, thanks for coming in today, man.
All right, let's see. What do we got here? We've got
Wind shear.
oh,
wind
pitot
shear,
cover, you think?
Wind shear.
Yep, you missed the briefing, but do you understand the concept of the event?
I don't think I have any covers on. But you know, one thing I do have here that I was about to pull
Ah,
is
perfect. Excellent.
this guy.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
I will check though, just to make sure. I thought I had all my covers and stuff pulled off. Wait, where's the?
Wind shear.
Yeah,
wind
all this
shear,
stuff is
wind
off
shear.
here. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just freaking out because of the wind. I think. I don't honestly know though.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
That's called pitot cover. Yep. All right. Here we go. Kalamazoo traffic, Cirrus 816 is departing 35. Will be a right-hand downwind
Wind
departure
shear,
southeast
wind
VFR.
shear, wind shear.
Wish us luck. Holy cow! Our airspeed's alive.
Wind shear, wind shear.
And Kalamazoo traffic, Twin Comanche, Charlie Golf, Golf Romeo, Sierra is departing the pattern to the west, Kalamazoo.
Oh
Wind
my
shear,
gosh.
Wind shear, wind
I'm
shear.
not going to want to listen to this all day. Okay, we're out of usable runway. Flaps coming up.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear.
We got room to turn. Oh, whoops, I don't want that. And it might have just been a predictive wind shear deal. I don't know if this thing has that or not, but maybe it does. I mean, that could be what it was reading on the ground. It's certainly windy enough. It's certainly windy enough. But I appreciate the ideas, though, guys. And sorry I wasn't able to be a little bit more attentive there in the chat. But all right, away we go. We're gonna just take it up here to 3,500. See how we do. Set cruise power about 25, and pretty much have the manifold pressure just straight up. We could probably lean it out just a little bit, honestly, but I don't think you get a ton of savings here. Above 3,000, they say, is when you can do it, but right now, I guess might be worth it because it's currently burning 23 gallons an hour. So,
I believe it's Edmund.
hello, Edmund.
Kalamazoo traffic, radio check.
Got you 5x5.
Kalamazoo 505. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun aircraft to manage. The engine management, honestly, everything is fairly simple in terms of trying to fly, but taking care of the engines is paramount. All right, we're gonna just kind of track a little bit south of course just to see if we can get back online here, and otherwise get ourselves kind of up where we need to go. Let's update the heading bug. That'll be pretty good. We'll arm the heading mode here. Flight directors are on. Ooh, and I'm picking up some ice already, guys. So, ooh, holy cow. A lot of ice. A lot of ice. Here we go. Windshield.
Kalamazoo traffic, Bonanza 470 Seneca, radio check. 555.
There we go. That helps a little bit. Ooh, there we go.
Bonanza 470 Seneca, taxiing to runway 35 via Alpha, cross 05.
Starting to overspeed just a little bit here, so let's pull back. It can be a little bit more efficient here. All right, autopilot, and I think
Just a
we're gonna
reminder
go
for anyone
ahead
that's still in here
and
that Kalamazoo is not one of the contest airports. It's just the starting point.
climb up
just
here
in case someone-
to 3,500.
Just planning that.
Just about have the nav track here, so let's go ahead and arm that.
As my VFR plan was Kalamazoo to Kalamazoo, because I didn't want to give anybody of where I was going to land.
Nice.
Overheating
I like
this
it.
thing is easy. Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty much what I'm doing. For obvious reasons.
I think the thing that I thought early on, Eric, was just trying to get too much, trying to put too much throttle into it, too much power. 2,500
Right,
is.
you know that Toledo's not a contest field either, right?
Yeah, I just tried to stretch my legs out a little bit.
Gotcha.
That's the main thing, and
So I'm
then
running real weather.
and just
but
you know, I don't like you don't need to.
VFR.
You don't need to be up
my
more than
flight
about
plan just in
85 or
case
so
things crap
percent
out,
power,
like,
Yeah, it's
really at any
lift
time.
clouds up.
Pretty much what I plan to do.
No matter what you do with the engine, you're going to get about 170 true, and so the whole goal, for me anyway, is to just try to bring this down as far as I can. So let's do that right now. We're basically at 3,500. We're going to click the assist here, and we're just going to start leaning things out. And this will tell us where our peak value is. As you can see, as I'm leaning, see the fuel flows coming down. Lean here. Right now it's still saying 0% of peak. I just kind of lean it a little bit and let the engine do its thing. I have lean it a little bit more. We're getting close. Once they get to peak, they will essentially
I had lousy
kind of
model
level
matches,
off
but there was
there.
a jet there.
A little bit more. See, I like this a lot better. I'm down below 18 gallons an hour. I'm kind of a cheapskate in this plane, right? Like I paid whatever. I paid $12 million for this thing. I can't afford gas. Bit more. The dogs say hi, by the way. And now yep, I've just, okay, I've just broke it right there. So I'm gonna re-enrich now, and I'm looking for 50. I want this guy to be 50 degrees above. I could go lean of peak also, but I keep reading that rich of peak is better for your engine, especially if you don't know what you're doing, which I really don't. So I've got that down to about 20 gallons per hour, and that's definitely the efficient right there. If I wanted to go even, well, I can show you. Like you can, if you go lean to peak, and I've flown a few of these flights lean to peak. Like I've got my fuel flow down to like almost 15 gallons an hour, which I think is really, really good. So, but yeah, we'll just kind of keep an eye on that and monitor everything here. Everything looked real good here, but this for me is the big one. Oh, no, see, I'm even a little bit. I could lean out just a tiny bit, maybe get down to the 18s. But again, even with all that leaning, you can see, well, I've actually picked up some airspeed. Of course, I've got a 16 knot tailwind, so if you subtract 16 from that, you're going to get about, you're going to get your 170-ish. And I found that's pretty true. Like even if I'm up above 10,000 feet, it's about 170. So you might as well save some fuel. Did I get the assist on? That I must be a little behind you, yeah. So I just put that assist on just so I could see where I want to be. All right, anti-ice. We can put the anti. You can see what we have here, and I've got about an hour on high. So I'm just going to kind of check that as I go. I have more than an hour of flying time today, so as I feel like I'm out of trouble, I'm going to turn it off and then I'll turn it back on. That was a pretty cool effect though. See, we got visible moisture. That's for certain. And our outside air temp is we're down below freezing, aren't we, guys? Yeah, we are. So we're in icing conditions here. I'm going to have to keep that anti-icing on, put it on normal, and turn it on again. Just gonna we may have to pick up some TKS when we get down to Toledo. All right, what do we have here? About 60 miles to run. Beautiful, beautiful. Also, part of why I'm going to Toledo is because I've never been there. I don't think I've ever flown into Toledo. So we're gonna check things out. Looks like the winds here are 290 at 11, so a little bit better. 10 miles. Ceilings are a little bit lower though. So for us, I think maybe, I don't know that it makes a big difference. We're kind of crosswind regardless, aren't we? 40 degrees off there and 50 degrees off there. So yeah, we'll take 2.5. We'll plan 2.5. And Gene Krantz. So the thing about this, what I started doing today is I started almost getting onto like a MASH kick, and Gene Krantz just reminded me of like military. But the other, like, you guys all remember MASH, or maybe you don't, but one of the main characters was from Toledo, Klinger, the soldier that cross-dressed. Then we have Fort Wayne. I didn't realize Fort Wayne was so close, but I think Fort Wayne was the hometown of Frank Burns, the antagonist of the series. So I was going to try to work in Fort Wayne there somehow, but I just don't think I have time, because remember, we got to get here up to Lansing and then all the way over to South Haven by 9 o'clock Eastern time. So that's about an hour and a half. But anyway, so yeah, Gene Kranz. I love Gene Kranz. Love those Apollo missions and that whole. I'm a big NASA fan. In fact, one of the most important parts of the Flight Sim Expo, in my opinion, at least one of the things I'm looking forward to the most, is going on to visit the Air and Space Museum down in Houston. So I told my wife, I'm like, look, I'm not really like the captain's dinner and all that, like whatever, but like I want to go on that tour of the Houston Space Center. Superbly and scarily smart. Yeah, I believe it. Super well respected, and just did a dang good job in a really, really difficult environment to be successful. And just like on the cutting edge of just literally the frontier of an industry, really. Like the stuff that they were doing, it had never been done before. So yeah. Well, I know you are, because you're the one that tipped me off to the place out there in Utah where they make the solid rocket boosters. Yeah, those guys were, I mean, holy cow. That to me was the golden era of flight right there. Because you have those guys that are doing their thing, then you have Chuck Yeager, who's he's doing it, but kind of in a little different way. And I mean, I tell you what, those guys, yeah, that was something. Yeah, those were the days. I have messed around, or not messed around. I've researched they've got that space simulation, and I've looked more than once at getting that. I think that would be really, really interesting and fun. But from what I see, it is unbelievably deep, the simulation. And like it literally would be, I mean, I don't know how you would do both. I really don't. It looks like it has so much to learn. And maybe it's not that bad, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would stream well either. I think they talk about the niche of the niche of the niche. But it would be supremely interesting to me, and I'm thinking maybe in my retired years when I have a little extra time, I think that'd be kind of fun. Plus, you know, in a few years or whenever I'm fully retired, you know, who knows what might be available. Leave it to the pros. Probably good advice. Okay, let me get out here and see how we are doing. I'm doing mainly VFR, but I'm using, as you can see, some assistance. I think that's appropriate for tonight. We did all pilotage last night. I was pretty happy with what we ended up accomplishing there out in Wyoming. It was really a fun Bush League backcountry fly-in. It was number 43 if you missed it. And I did upload the VOD onto my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. Truly one of my most enjoyable Bush Leagues ever. So we had great turnout, and but just like everything just was everything just went well. The aircraft handled well. I made, with the exception of the excuse me, first touchdown at Super Cub Field, which is the last field which we knew was going to be the challenge. I overran it just a little bit. That was really the only landing that didn't kind of work out the way we wanted, and you know, we had our fair share of sketchy patterns, but that's par for the course. But I just thought it went really well all the way around. Well, I don't know if there were any bent airframes. I don't know that anybody like we didn't normally, or we didn't have the normal people calling them out. The only one I witnessed was Slant Alpha right at the end, where he set his plane down on his propeller. So that was really the only kind of incident that I saw. .34 said he had something happen with his Islander too, I guess, but you know, otherwise I think it was okay, pretty clean. You know, and the bush strips were outside of Super Cub Private. Really, they weren't like ultra challenging. They were pretty long, and I mean, there was some elevation with some wind, but pretty wide open. So, you know, it was a lower stress kind of bush league event. You know, it's not like being tucked up in those mountains of Idaho or something, or you know, it was. So maybe that lent to a little better results. I'm not sure. Sure, the count was low because you weren't there. Yeah, you know. I used to think that the plane looked weird with the co-pilots in it when you went to the outside view. And now I think it's really strange when I don't see them. Like right here, I think this looks weird that it's empty. Shift 1. Shift 1's my newest favorite thing, Eric. Your first Bush League was the Loons event, yeah. Oh, that was the one the Cub, as far as we know, it's still sliding. Why does it look like that still? Oh, it was partially on still. Weird. All right, how are we doing? What's our temperature? We are still in freezing conditions and still with moisture, so we're going to keep it on all the way down. We're just going to have to get some new stuff when we get to Toledo. Ooh, thank you. You're right. I didn't even see that, but you're right. We got a little imbalance. It's time to change. Time to change to... Right. Thank you, Pixie. See, the plane's even leaning a little bit. You learned Shift 1 from Conti? Oh, very nice. That guy's the pro of pros, man. It was kind of cool last night. We had a couple dudes that came in that we don't normally have. Ocando came in. That was awesome to see. And I was bummed. I guess he doesn't do VODs because I think he has music going. So I was looking forward to catching it kind of from his perspective. And then he had a couple of his Candonians join as well. And You know, West Coast Willie was streaming it, and I think he's the same boat. And so I didn't catch any VODs from their perspective, and I saw Sparky Pilot also was streaming, but doesn't look like she put her VOD up. So I have Slant Alphas to watch. So yeah, I was just curious to see what it looked like. Slanty will give us a good look at what it looks like from the Microsoft Flight Sim perspective anyway. So I'll pass it to someone. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't know, Shift 1's the new thing, man. Shift 1's the new Shift 2. Alright, so I better get a quick update here as to runway. We're going to expect runway 25. And it would appear that we have a left-hand pattern into 25. Getting close, you guys. Field elevation is 683 feet, so we'll round that to 7, so we'll get ourselves down to 17. I'll take control of the plane. Down to 17. Need to dive quite so much, but get the power off a little bit here as well. Toledo traffic, Cirrus 11816 is 17 miles northwest of the field, descending through 3,000 for inbound, or join the left-hand pattern, runway 25, Toledo traffic. But that's all, folks. I left the fuel pump on. I didn't need to do that, but I would be turning that on at this point in time. Altimeter is 2954. Low altimeter here. And I think we will set the heading bug here. If I can get the click spot. Oh, easy, girl. Came off autopilot too soon, didn't I? About 250 should work. The official heading is, but 250 will work. That's got to be close enough. So we're going to be almost a 45 to the, well, no, I take it back. We're going to be, it'll be overfly the field, teardrop to the left downwind. Toledo traffic, Cirrus A16, 10 miles to the northwest, 2,600 feet. We're going to we're going to cross midfield and teardrop left downwind 25. So overfly altitude would be 1,500. Oh, we got some. Oh, hey, QF. Awesome. Hello to QF Music and welcome Raiders. Happy Tuesday. Nice to see you. I'm almost positive that QF Music was flying in a nicer, sunnier, warmer, more scenic spot than I am, but we're heading to Toledo. Home of the Mud Hands. I'm trying to get a little bit north of the field so I can do a little flyover, but again, I'm trying to get myself about 2200 is where I'd like to be, so I'm pretty close to where I want to be. QF, how's the early part of your week been? It's great to see you streaming regularly again. It's I wish I could catch a few more of your streams, but it just seems like we're out of sync a little bit. So I feel like I'm getting in on the end or missing them altogether, but fun to see you doing that world tour, continuing that world tour. By the way, if you guys don't know QF Music, head on over, click on her name. She's a wonderful content creator, a super talented gal, and she's been doing a world tour. She buzzes around the world in the CRJ, and then will take time and make some stops and fly the caravan around to get a little bit more low and slow. Okay, there's our airfield. So we're going to cross midfield, and then we're going to join the teardrop entry into the left downwind runway 25. Still hoping you come back to X-Plane 12. I'll be honest with you, QF Music, and it's for selfish reasons. But I remember finding out late in your X-Plane history that you're a pretty dang good scenery developer, and we could use more. You made a great rendition of one of our fields in Wyoming, I remember. So anyway, oh well, that's good. I'm glad you're working in real life. That's the key. Toledo traffic, Cirrus 816 is overflying midfield 2,200. Will be a teardrop entry, left-hand downwind, runway 25, Toledo. See if I can execute this. Haven't really been looking around, but I've also not been. I've been listening. Don't see anybody. Try to get ourselves away from the field a little bit here and teardrop it back around. Go. Perhaps I climb it a little bit. I don't really need to do that. I actually need to be holding 2200. Rain just continues, guys. I'm definitely going to need some more TKS fluid. We'll get on the ground. We'll check that out. We'll see kind of what we want to do. Okay, around we go. There's the field. Don't see anybody else really in the pattern, and haven't heard anybody talking, so feeling okay with what we're attempting to do here. Toledo traffic, Cirrus 816 left downwind 25, Toledo. This will be our first visit, like I say, first visit to Toledo. Okay, we ended up pretty close, I think, to where we need to be. I just need to get myself, will there be wind shear? We're about to find out, Eric. I would like to get approach speed down to about 90 if I could. There's pattern altitude. We're maybe a little bit high on this pattern, guys, but let's address the speed first. Yeah, we're getting extended a little bit here, but that's okay. Get a notch of flaps in, then we'll be able to turn final. Okay, speed checks. Notch and flaps out. Toledo traffic. Cirrus 816 is left base 25. Toledo. So 90 on the approach and 80 over the numbers. 70 or sorry, 80 over the fence and 70 on the ref is pretty close. 77-ish, I think, is technically where we're at, depending on the conditions. We're pretty fully fueled. All right, Gumps check. Gear is down and welded. I'm sorry. I hate making that joke. Undercarriage is down and welded. The fuel is on.
Good job.
Fullest tank. And we're going to turn final. Manifold or mixture is full forward, and lights are on, switches are on. Oh, turned it a little too soon. Toledo traffic, Cirrus 816 is final 25. Getting slow too. Got a little sloppy there at the end, to be totally honest with you. Gas undercarriage mixture. Don't have a propeller lever and switches. Gumps. I think there's C gumps. There's all kinds of acronyms. A little bit of a displaced threshold here, it looks like, as well. So, all right, I'm kind of quick, and I'm definitely low. Wind's coming off the right. Make that adjustment here. Slightly firm. Not horrible. All the action here is on the right hand side, so we're just gonna find a spot to exit. Looks like we got a spot right here. Here's where she gets a little unruly again, the old free castering nose wheel. I think that'll work. Oh goodness. She feels she feels so elegant and nice and easy to fly, and then just feels again just like a drunken 2-year-old on the ramp here. Toledo traffic, Cirrus 816 is clear of 25 Toledo. All right, so I'm not going to try to go to an FBO or anything like that. I'm just gonna get up here in a non-movement area, and we're going to take a look at what we're doing for this return leg. If we're going to go to Lansing and then to our final destination, or if we're going to just have to go to our final destination due to time.
Hello, Downwind Sim.
Hello, Mr. Downwind Sim. Nice to see you, sir. Holy moly. Alright, am I at a spot here? You know what? I see a spot where we can go. I'm going to keep going here. On right over there by those hangars, I think we can go. In fact, I think I can go. There's a taxiway alpha here. That'll make sure we're totally out of everybody's way. Not that there's a lot of traffic right here at Toledo just now, but you know, there might be a rush. You never know. Yep, I'm not crossing any runways, so all is good. Alright, I think I had a little chat that I missed there. Let me get parked and I'll catch up with that as well. I've not been too good with this streaming tonight, you guys. I've been a little off here. Back to back, you know, nights is tough, man. It's like the NBA. It's back-to-back games. All I know is I hope they have TKS fluid over here, because I need some. Ooh, is this, I think this is supposed to be a taxiway, but it sure doesn't look like it. I'm not going to get out over there in the mud. I think we'll just kind of... Let's go to the end here, and we'll just park. We'll just park. Oh yeah, here's a big spot I can pull off.
Hey Tommy, I see you popped in. Are you comfortable with all the rules for tonight?
I wasn't even going to participate in the draw thing.
Alright, cool. Well, welcome in. Definitely still put your information into the chat when you participate. You never know.
Yes, sir.
Gosh, get the brakes set. There we go. All right, let's get the ice protection off. Turn the pedos off for just a little bit here. Strobe, landing lights can come off. And all right, let me come over here. Let's take a look at our field. Got fairly well evened out there. I didn't do a very good job of there, but let's look at the icing. So yeah, I'm on normal, so 42 minutes. So I've got like that's every bit of what I need and more. So let me open up the aircraft here and let's do this maintenance. See if I remember how to do this. General. It's one of these. Oh, there we go. Fill the TKS. Let me move my thing over. Fill that. Yep, there we go. We top that off and we'll be good to go. All right, let's see. QF has got to go. She's, yeah, I understand QF. And thanks again for the raid. I know how it is. You fly, you raid, you're tired, you need to go get something to eat or whatever. And so thank you very much. Oh, we had some hockey talk here. I missed that. Good Fixins doesn't really claim Toledo because it's basically Michigan. Yeah. That was, yep. That was interesting. Yeah. I've been to Ohio once. I quite enjoyed it, but I went to Akron and I went to Canton and kind of in that area. So I think I was more closer to Cleveland. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But the only time I've been there, I liked it. So, so JPC, sorry about the Rangers game. Yeah. Rob's a Devils fan. Yep. And then, all right. Let's see. That's why he. Oh, Mike is happy. That's why he upped his price to $500. It's easier to distract me from chat when I'm when I had 45 degree. Yeah. You're right, because now my monitor is way up here. It's like it's a good foot and a half farther away. So yes, it does take more effort for me to move and get distracted. So shame on you guys. Iowa Scotsman, what's going on, Ron? Nice to see you. Turn off that silly flight director. We're not using it. Yeah, you know what I was afraid to? I just needed to come down here and click that guy off for sure. There's no doubt about that. But I was honestly afraid to look away from from the nose there because of how windy it is. All right. Well, okay, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. So now let's see here. It is currently 6 o'clock, so I have less than an hour, 6:04. So I don't believe that I'm going to be able to make this all the way up here to Lansing and then all the way over to South Haven. South Haven's where I want to finish tonight. So this is going to kind of be boring, but I'm actually just going to kind of fly right back from where I came from. And because I don't even think I can get up here and do a touch and go because I'm going to have headwind. So, yeah, I'm going to just do that. I think we're going to go Gene Krantz Field to South Haven Area Regional. that'll be 119 miles. That ought to be just about right. Let me file the flight plan here, and we'll get going. Current time is 2400, so I would say with 24, try to get off in about 10 minutes here. And I'm going to say 2,500 on the way back. And what is my LWA? I will leave Lansing in as my alternate, just in case. Northwest Mound. Ooh, and I forgot to put this in last time. Gotta rep the club. Gotta rep the club. And takeoff time must not be, oh gosh, 0015. Duh. Rookie mistake. Flight plan filed. Beautiful. I think we are ready to go. Well, maybe I could have done some of those shorter legs. Maybe it would have been better. That's okay. That's okay. Toledo traffic, Cirrus 816, taxi 25 on Bravo 1. Toledo traffic. So that's basically straight out here. I know, right? And you get a little bit like when you run the prop up, it kind of does that with the. I mean, that's pretty nice, isn't it? That's pretty cool. That's pretty dang cool. That one sim, he's big corporate. He knows how this sim works. He knows how this sim works. All right, we're up there. Flaps are up. Put the lights back on here. Pitot heat can come back on. And so you can, but when the engine's going, you can't really. When it really starts to come down, you can hear it though. But when I was sitting before the event started, before I had the engine going, the rain sounded wonderful. Really sounded wonderful. All right, sorry, I'm turning and I need to go right.
124 Mike Charlie is over the lake. He'll be circling over the lake until 9 o'clock.
You know, you can't even, like, I thought about trying to research this a little bit to get some inside information on Mr. Sonante, but he just did a random generation of the field, so I wasn't even able to get inside the mind of Mike Sonante to see which one of these fields would he pick. Toledo traffic, Cirrus 11806 holding short of 25. All right, we better do this before we get too crazy. Let's come down here. Let's just do a direct 2. And I'm going to clear this out. Direct 2 Lima Whiskey Alpha. South Haven, that's us. First time there as well. So that was pretty fun. And back to the engine page. Oh, you know what else I want to do is this. I want to let's cancel out. Let's end this flight. This was a little bit of a more firm landing than normal. Yeah, 1.75 Gs. That's a little on the firm side, but I got kind of slow. 69 knots. It should be more around about 77. So that was not good. Let's see if we can do better here when we fly back. So now, new flight. We want there we go. I'm not going to worry about adding a flight plan, but we've got a bunch of virtual USA Flying Clubbers messing around up here. That's cool. I'm the only guy that went off the rails. Yeah, it is. It is very, very much like the Beaver sounds. Although I'll be honest with you, I think your Beaver sounds are a little better. I do. They're a little more pronounced. Toledo traffic, Cirrus 816 is departing runway 25. Will be a straight out departure to the northwest. Toledo traffic. All right, you guys, let's have some fun here. bit of power. Rudder authority. Takeoff power set. Airspeed. There's a rotation speed. Oh, a little double touch, baby. 2 takeoffs for the price of 1. I was trying to be Mr. Cool and use some ground effect there. Look at me holding that center line. Riding off into the sunset. What else would you expect from a cowboy? Alright, you guys. I think we're at a usable runway, so flappy flaps will come up. And I'll come back to about 2,500 here. Get the power setting down to somewhere reasonable. Alright, we're going to go indicated, we're going to go heading, we're going to turn the autopilot on. Just going to start to make our turn to intercept that outbound course. And I better check. Oh, I have 3,500 set still as the altitude. Ah, goodness. There you go, 2,500 set, and we're good. We are good. You landed at 3 Whiskey 2, Put in Bay, an airport on the islands. Oh yeah, I think I know that area. I don't know that I'm not sure I've flown in to Put in Bay, but that sounds very, very familiar. Like we did an event there, either with the Virtual USA Flying Club or I don't think it was a Bush League event, but that is a cool area. I feel like what we did though was a float plane event though. Am I thinking right, Mike? You were around for that one, although he's probably starting to fly and starting to stream. Rob, you probably remember that event. Maybe it's the one that's coming up that I'm thinking of. That's pretty. I'm trying, you guys. I'm trying to get that perfect thumbnail shot. And I just, I used to know what I was doing with the camera. Man, I'm not generally an outside the plane guy, but it's kind of hard to come off of this shot here. Oh well. Back to business. So okay, $1.74 and 23 gallons. I've got a little bit of a low cylinder head temp here. So let's set the assist. Let's go ahead, even though again we're only at 2,500. Lean it out. That's going to warm those cylinder heads up a little bit. Maybe I'll try to go lean to peak this leg here. One thing I have noticed about this is these animations are not as smooth as they used to be. See how that's jumping? It's not. That used to be just buttery smooth. All right, we've hit peak. I'm going to lean it. I'm going to run lean to peak here. And I'm going to try to go about 50 degrees lean of peak. Look at my power fluctuating. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and stay rich at peak. It's not liking that for sure. Alright, so we'll pop it back up here, rich at peak. I did warm those cylinder heads up a little bit, so that's good. Jeffrey! Congrats on the affiliation, my friend. That is so awesome. Cleared contact. Thank you for the follow. And yeah, if you guys didn't hear, Jeffrey's Twitch channel just
Oh, Jeffrey.
he just earned his affiliate status, which is way cool. And I blew right through my my track, didn't I? And well, we've got let's see, we've got Dave Brandon, old Delta Oreo himself. Dave, hi man, how's it going? And A-Job 1470 coming over from the raid as well. Welcome, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Happy Virtual USA Flying Club Tuesday. Having some technical issues. Oh, you couldn't stream tonight? Oh no. so you just get yourself squared away, and then yeah, well, that's typical. Welcome. That's what you get. That's the perks of being affiliated. So oh my goodness. Well, thanks for coming by anyway, guys. Nice to see you, Dave. Hope things are going good in your world, and appreciate seeing you as well. We don't get to hang out near enough. So I'm going to come back over here. I'm just going to redo my direct 2. Kind of screwed myself up already, so yeah, let's just redo it here. Enter, whoops, enter, and we'll go to nav. We're BFRing, but we're kind of being lazy guys tonight, so we can chit chat a little bit and break out the old F1. Gotta have the old F1. Super nice. F2, still pretty good. F3 won't do us any good. It's on the airport. F4. that view. That's your circle around and look at things view. F5 is tower view. F6 is chase view. F7 is inside the cockpit. F8 is, I don't know what that is, circle or something. F9, one of them is a still spot. F0 is crash your sim. I don't know. But this would be tough going right here, guys. Can we, if we could pull this down? Oh, almost. If we were up here, I'd need to put the phone book down so I could get up a little higher. Watch you ironically be able to fly. You just can't stream. Oh, shoot. Alright, so one thing we are going to have to consider, you guys, is this. Now that we've sort of wandered off course, I think we're going to be flying right through the Kalamazoo airspace. That's literally the only controlled airspace. We were going to clip it anyway, but we were going to clip it here at this, we're going to be below this little window, so I thought we were going to be okay, but I think there's a chance that we've kind of done this, which is 6,000 feet to the surface. So, again, no ATC, unfortunately, but we will be safe. Mr. Safety, Mr. Checklist. We'll make sure that we announce our intentions as we're flying by. Exactly. I'm the same way. It doesn't seem to matter. No matter what I do, I'm always about this much off in real life. Or you have a little crack in the windshield, and no matter where the sun is, it always hits part of that crack and just comes right straight into your face, right? So I think I probably know everybody coming from Jeffrey's stream, and also coming from let's see who else, QF Music stream. But if I don't, let me introduce myself. My name's Brant. Welcome to the Melvin Leroy channel. Melvin was my grandpa, so he's the one that got me going in aviation. The channel is named after him. We do a variety of flights in this. It's a flight sim stream, even though we have been known occasionally to do a little wreck fest and things like that. I think I even did train sim one time, but yeah, we're mostly flight sim, mostly general aviation. Although I've been known to fly an A320 from time to time. Actually, what I really love, my guilty pleasure, is vintage airliners, but we're just a little bit, they're a little hard to come by right now in the simulation world. But yeah, I stream Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tuesday and Thursdays are in the evening. It's 8 o'clock Eastern time. I think it's midnight Zulu, and then we go Saturday mornings. We go 1400 Zulu. So that's about 10 o'clock Eastern time. But yeah, that's us. That's what we do. We've got an awesome community, and you're not gonna see, you're not gonna see earth-shattering aviation skills or anything like that. You're not gonna hear me give you all the inside information about every button and switch and procedure and all that. But I think you'll be entertained by the chat, the people there, and that's the best part of my stream. It's just the people I hang out with. So welcome. Glad you're a part of it, and good to have you on board. We are currently outbound Toledo. We're trying to make it to the shores of Lake Michigan. South Haven Area Regional is where we're going. We're going to try to get on the ground there and post our route, because this flight is a part of the Virtual USA Flying Club event. Where will Mike land? Where will November 124 Mike Charlie land? He has randomly chosen an airstrip. He's currently in the air, and he's just out over the lake, just flying around, watching streams, doing his own stream. And at 9 o'clock his time, which is about 35 minutes, he's gonna get on the ground, and that's the winning field. So I wonder, are we gonna get there? Now we've got how we've got 78 miles to run. And we're actually going to be kind of close to not making it. And you know what? That's okay, because we're just here having fun, and that's just fine. So let's we need to switch our fuel. But wherever we end up, that's going to be our guess as to what the final winning field will be. And whoever has the winning field, whoever's on the ground at the winning field, will be. If they're the only one there, they win a $25 gift card. And if there's more than one person there, they get put into a random name generator, and that's where they will decide who will win that gift card. So that's kind of what we have going on. Oh, your sim is stable now. Sometimes Streamlabs does that, man. That is the X factor of streaming, is it does affect your sim from time to time. So anyway, sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're able to fly now, though. That's not really helping me a whole lot. So, but I'm glad you're able to go. All right, even with the headwind, we're making 170 true. So I don't know. Possibly it's getting a little above my pay grade with that kind of stuff, but maybe, yeah, maybe. All right. So this is a pretty good math problem, actually. If aircraft A is traveling 176 knots and has 72.8 nautical miles to travel, how long will it take it? That's more than just your standard distance equals rate times time here. So I'm going to see if I can do this, and I apologize in advance for what is sure to be some shaky pilot math here. But okay, so the first thing I probably need to do is convert from knots. So 170, let's say 170 knots to miles per hour. That's about 195. Okay, and then 70. Let's say 70 nautical miles to miles. That's pretty close, right? 70 nautical miles to miles. It is about 80. So if we're going 190 miles an hour, 80 miles to travel. So we would take, if I'm not mistaken, we would take time would equal distance divided by rate. Am I thinking about that right? 80. No, is that right? Distance is 100. Distance is 80. 190 is what I'm traveling. Yeah, distance divided by rate. So 190. So I've got about 0.42 hours. So times 60, I've got 25 minutes to get to my field, and I've got about 30 minutes left in the event. So we're cutting it fairly close, but I think we'll be all right. If anybody wants to double check my math, please feel free. We're going to be pretty close. And like I say, if we're not on the ground, we don't win a prize. That's kind of not the point, right? Having a chance to fly around an area that you don't normally get to fly, and yeah, that's the prize right there. just the variety of colors is just awesome. Just awesome. All right. How are we doing here airspace-wise? Probably should be considering making some calls here. Yeah, see, we're just gonna clip that, I think, that inner ring just a tiny bit. So maybe what we'll do is this. How about we just deviate slightly, like about a 20-degree deviation here, just for a few minutes. That way we can stay outside of that 6,000 feet to surface. We can definitely stay outside of that. We'll still announce our intentions as we transition, though, just as I do see there, it looks like there's somebody in the area, and even though that's not an event field, there may still be some people departing and trying to get joined in. You heard Tommy, I think, was there, that flight sim dude was joining up. He might be streaming tonight, honestly. I haven't even checked to see who's streaming. I know early on I heard that Jeffrey was going to try, but his kind of fell through. JPC obviously has his going. Yep, I see him going. And no, I guess I don't really see anybody else right this second for the event, so that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, Scott. Is this with the new updater X-Plane 12? Melvin, happy Tuesday. Yeah. This is not the latest. I did see when I loaded in here that there was another update, and I did not update it. I don't like to do that pre-stream. I like to do that, like, I'll probably do that after I'm done tonight, just so that I can jump in and test. But I did see that there was another.
About 28 minutes, 27 minutes left in the contest to make sure you get your entries in. So make sure, if you're not already, I would start pedaling faster to your final destination that you want to enter in. You got about 27 minutes to be eligible.
All right, so I'm right at 89% power right now, you guys. So how much could I push? How much could I push? We're gonna just totally keep our eyes on the cylinder heads.
So, what the hell? It do be like that sometimes.
So you technically, the documentation for the plane says you can run it all the way up to 2,700 if you want. But the problem that I'm going to have is I really don't have that much more. You know, I'm in the yellow, which you can fly it in the yellow. That's okay, but I get a little nervous. Like, this is kind of my baby. I want to treat her right. I've been without her for several months, and like I want to be nice to her. So anyway,
maybe there's an update for OBS or something.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I hear Jeffrey talking about the CTDs that he had, and it does definitely sound like it's tied to OBS in some way, shape, or form, and that just is so frustrating. And you just got to dig into those forum posts and threads and just see what's out there. But it's hard. I think that I'm probably out of danger here. Yeah, so I'm gonna just re-center it up here. Not gonna quite go direct just yet, but start tracking that way. Now the other thing I better do is
10 miles to the north, inbound for landing, runway 31. It will stop landing at Battle Creek. Comanche Charlie Golf Romeo Sierra.
Whoops, I forgot the ICO, but Tango Lima Whiskey Alpha. Jeez. That wasn't even close. It had a whiskey in it. Alright, so we've got ourselves a little crosswind situation. Windy, 330. I think think 3-2 is going to be our choice here. 3,700 feet, so we should be good there. 2967, and a little bit overcast, and it is above freezing, so that's also good. So 2967. I'm going to go ahead and just set that right now, guys. 2967. Maybe we can adjust that a little bit. And all right. South Haven is an uncontrolled field, so we will be flying a left-hand traffic pattern to runway 32. We're kind of, we're almost, well, we're pretty close to straight in, to be honest with you. And hopefully we won't run into it, but yeah, we should really actually not just fly a straight in approach here to an uncontrolled field. Let's see, we'll find out. Time will tell. We've got 21 minutes or so. What do I have on my sim clock? Is always a little fast. I've got 23 minutes on my iPhone, so we're gonna be right down to the nubs, baby. Down to the nubs. Just the way we like it.
Bouncing traffic to the Comanche Charlie Golf Romeo Sierra, 5 miles to the north. We'll join our right downwind for runway 31, full stop, Elm Creek.
Yep, I think we're clear of that inner restricted area. We can start to plot our course. And we're looking at about 40 miles. I feel pretty good about this. I'll give you just the right amount of drama. Usually it's in my you know, aviation skills, but today I've added the drama of being on time. Kalamazoo traffic, Cirrus 816. We're transitioning the area to the northwest at 2,500, currently about 20 miles to the south of the airfield. $40 DME, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Jeffrey? Yes, I am nuts. You already know that, though. Don't call me Shirley.
Elm Creek traffic, Twin Comanche Charlie Golf Romeo Sierra, right downwind runway
20 miles.
Elm Creek.
So that's 20 miles out. I think this is a 10-mile ring here. I just was estimating about 20. Yeah. Does that look about right? Roughly? Kind of, sort of. Rain's picking up again. I think we're okay down there. Engine's behaving itself pretty nicely. Looks like I need to go back over to the right-hand tank. So we will.
Elm Creek traffic, Twin Comanche Charlie Golf Romeo Sierra, turning right base, runway 31, full stop, Elm Creek.
We're fully committed at this time. I thought about even diverting to someplace a little closer, but I honestly think that this is
Less
maybe
than 20 minutes. It's time to start making some decisions on your landing position and make sure you get it into the chat in time if you want to be eligible. Less than
This
20
is the
minutes.
closest one that we have. Less than 20. Yep, that's sure enough. 19 to go. 19 to ride here. 33 miles in 90 minutes, or 19 minutes.
Final runway 31, Meadow Creek, full stop.
I feel like I can see the lake up here already, which is cool. And one thing about it being this time of night is I think these are the airport lights, so that's also kind of cool. We are 3-2. We may have to be a bad pilot and shoot it straight in. It's come a long way, hasn't it, Steve? It has come a long way. Hey, thanks for flying last night, man. It's so great to hear you on the comms on these Bush League events. I love the pictures that you posted. And yeah, I hope you had a fun one. You were in the PC-12 tonight, weren't you? Turbine Suburban. That's Shift F1, man. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it these days. There's some dude's private field down there. He's got like a north and south runway. Heck yeah, dude. Rock on, whoever you are. Yeah, it looks nice, I think. It looks nice. Okay, well, will I have time to fly? So technically, I should fly a left-hand pattern here. I should fly a left-hand pattern, and we've got somebody else coming to South Haven, so I feel like I really do need to. I need to fly this. So, we're gonna do it. We're gonna fly it, and 15 minutes to go. Okay, gotcha, JPC. I'm making some business decisions right now, my friend. Go full rental.
Southern traffic, Douglas 410, Hotel Alpha is 10 miles south of the field inbound. Full stop for 32, South Haven.
First 25 miles out, so we'll follow that traffic. That's Smitty. If he's down and not in the pattern, so here's what I'm worried about. If I got 3 guys in the pattern or another guy in front of me here, I'm gonna have to get into a pattern here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Rental. I like that. I'm gonna use that. It may be a moot point. Maybe my math is off and I'm gonna be behind or just late. But you know what? Like I said, either way, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. See, and then you got 3 Fox. He's going to do it by the books, man, because that guy is a real life pilot, and then he makes you feel guilty if you don't. So I kind of think we might be in trouble. 180 knots is 3 miles a minute, so 24 divided by 3 is 8 minutes. We should be fine, right? We got 15 minutes to go. We should be fine, right? Should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right. There's always that guy. I don't want to disappoint Tree Fox. You know, I don't want him to give me that look of Melvin. What are you doing, dude? After all the things I've taught you, you're gonna go straight into uncontrolled, really? And what if Sparky Pilot gets word of this? She'll really give me the what for? Oh, what if I'm not even gonna say it. What if Starflies finds out? Yeah, that would be bad. That'd be really bad. Okay, we're cool. Everybody, just be cool. Just be cool.
I was getting a lot of disconnect with the server's got problems.
Yeah, it's possible.
Knock on wood, I've not been disconnected from, that I know, from Xpilot. I mean, I'm still hearing people, so I'm assuming I'm still connected. So. South Haven traffic, Cirrus 11816, 20 miles to the east of the field. We're inbound via left pattern 32, South Haven. He announced my touch and go on a taxiway. Hey, that is a, you know, they do, by the way, they do use a taxiway around here at an airport not too far away when traffic gets really busy, you know. Just saying, just saying. If you're that guy knowingly, you're really not that guy. That's true. If look around, if you can't find the guy, then that means you are the guy. So I'm seeing this guy here. Tree Fox, I think, is already on the ground. Yep. So where do we go? By the way, if we do get on the ground, I should probably put that in here. ATOLALWA. Probably know that. It's going to be it's going to kind of be a back taxi situation here unless I get it shut down in a freaking hurry. Oh, this is a turf runway that we're on. Oh, heck yeah. Or it's partial turf, partial pavement. Yes, please. Except for I don't think it'll be lighted. Will it? No, probably won't. All right, well.
I'm not concerned if I win or lose, but I gotta say, the suspense is really starting to build. Where will Mike land?
Totally agree.
Right.
Jeffrey, it's not too late to make a little side deal, if you know what I mean.
Side deal.
South Haven traffic, Douglas 410 Hotel Alpha is clear of runway 32. We're going to taxi in the grass back to the ramp.
Okay. Yep, I think that's what we're gonna probably have to back taxi here as well. I do think I see the lights of the airfield, but this will be the crosswind runway here. 11 minutes. 11 minutes. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. You guys are all my witness as to what time it ends up being. All my witnesses. All right, let's tighten it up a little bit here. I'm excited to land in the turf. That'll be kind of cool. I hope I can see it okay in this late evening. So if I don't see it, what I'm going to have to do, guys, is come around to runway 23. That's going to be my next best choice. And runway 23, just in case, is also a left-hand traffic pattern.
South Haven traffic, Douglas 410 Hotel Alpha is crossing runway 5, taxi to the ramp, South Haven.
South Haven, Cirrus 816, 10 miles west of the field, 2,500 again, right-hand or left-hand pattern 32. I feel like if I had better pole making skills, I could make a pole. Will he make it in time? All right, I did catch a quick. Okay, I think we've got the beacon light out there, so that's a good thing. I'm I'm gonna set my heading bug to the rough heading, so I know kind of where I'm at orientation wise. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of see what happens here. All right, our aeroplane, and we're gonna have to start slowing down here, guys. Hate to say that, but at some point in time, I do got to get myself back down to about 77. It's been fun trying to set land speed record with you guys, but South Haven traffic, Cirrus 816, 4 miles to the east, South Haven. All right, I gotta see if I can actually see the turf runway here, guys. That's job number one. By the way, what's our field elevation here? 666. Ew, I don't like that. That's no bueno. So let's get to 1700. And there's my runway 23. Gosh, you know what? I'm not really seeing the turf strip very well. South Haven traffic, Cirrus 816. We're going to jump in a left-hand pattern, runway 23, South Haven. I think so. I kind of see it here a little bit, but honestly, gosh dang, this is going to be, yeah. I think the crosswind runway is going to be a better choice just because it's lit up. South Haven traffic, Cirrus 816, left downwind, runway 23, South Haven. It's going to introduce the element of a crosswind landing, though. That's going to be the only other part that's not great. All right, 2-3 or so ish. Let's get a feel for where we're at. There we go. Not bad. Oop, a little bit low on the low side. South Haven, Cirrus 816, left base 23, South Haven. Okay, there's 90. Whoops, there's 90. I went ahead and broadcast that on CTAF, in case anybody cares. First notch coming in. Yeah, not ideal with the crosswind, but I do think that this is, from a visibility standpoint, going to be better for us. Ooh, easy now. Easy now. Easy now. South Haven traffic, Cirrus 816 is final 2-3, South Haven. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how we do. Ready for a little bit of a rodeo here. Final notch of flaps coming. Bit high.
Five minutes remaining. Last and final call. 5 minutes.
Oh boy. We're going to be down. Will we be down safely? That's the question. I'll take that. Can I get it home? Can I get it home? Oh, you know, the benefit of this is I'm closer to the ramp area, aren't I? I keyed him for a taxiway. Ooh. There's one. Hey, baby. That worked out actually pretty well. I'm a little bit bummed that we didn't get the turf, but it is semi on the dark side.
Nice landing, Melvin.
Hey, thank you. All right. Oh, right by the FBO even. Dang, that worked out well. South Haven traffic. Cirrus 816 is clear of 23 South Haven. All right, we can even get parked. We can get our route in here. And heck yeah, we're going to park next to the Douglas, man. Shoot, yeah. All right, that was fun. That was really fun, you guys. Holy moly. Not going to quite make it onto the stripe, but we'll let the ramp guy come out with his tug. All right, let me set the brakes. Let me kill the lights. Sorry about that. And then I got to come over to the Virtual USA Flying Club and do something, don't I? Yeah, I got to put my route in here. Where will Mike land? All right, so we officially went Toledo to Lima Whiskey Alpha. And we landed, what time is it right now? Almost 2100. 0058, I'm going to say. Like 2 minutes to spare. 2 minutes to spare. 3 minutes to spare. All right. Now, this is a plane that you got to shut down the right way too, because it gets cranky. And let me get to the engine panel here, and let me pull my checklist up. I do have failures set up, so if I don't do this right, it screws me up. All right, so throttle to idle. We want to cycle the ignition switch. Didn't want to do that. That's probably not good. Yeah. Okay, mixture can come to cutoff. Well, first I'm going to look and just make sure nothing crazy here. Everything is green and happy. So we'll go idle cutoff. Why is that not cutting off? Okay, that's good. Oh, I think I was supposed to turn the avionics off first. Yeah, I think so. All right. Off. And come down here, turn the fuel or the booster pump off. Fuel to off. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, I guess, which side I'm on. Those can come off. That doesn't matter. And batteries off. Sweet. The keys out. Can I get the keys out? That's the only thing I can't do. I will put the cover back on up top here. Yep. And we can pretty well put her to bed. We're gonna hop outside here, guys, and put the covers on. Actually, we'll take some fuel here first. We will fill the TKS back up. Oxygen, I don't think I was fully charged, actually. And, all right, revealed on stream. Okay. The award goes to, I'm watching in the chat here. You guys maybe are watching Mike's stream, so you'll have to let me know who wins. We fill that. And put all that stuff on here for us. And she's put to bed. She's put to bed. All right, let's go over to Mike Charlie here, and let's see what he has to say. Maybe he's already announced it. I don't know.
Hell. For proof, this is the message that I sent Jeffrey
Did
on
Steve?
the Discord
Did Steve
yesterday
win?
at 3:02 p.m. Eastern Time.
BEH. Ah, very nice.
There's the proof. Jeffrey. Here you go.
Okay, so that's the winning field.
Bravo Echo Hotel. That was randomly drawn from all 6 fields yesterday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well,
that is where I'm going inbound to land.
Well, it's 9:01.
I just revealed it on stream. The winning field is Kilo Bravo Echo Hotel. Kilo Bravo, Echo
Gotta
Hotel.
mute that. All right, cool. So, well, we didn't win, so that's all right. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do, guys. Let me.
About 7 minutes out, only 20 miles out, so we don't have very far to go. Kind of.
All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna button up my stream, and I'm gonna send you over to JPC's stream. So let's go ahead and do that.
Thanks for watching my papa.
Hey, another awesome flight, you guys. I greatly appreciate you hanging out. And I tell you what, yeah, I don't know. That was a little glitchy, by Eric, because the mixture cutoff should have cut the engine. So I don't know what was happening. But anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for coming by. We had some great raids. Jeffrey came in with the raid. QF Music came in with the raid. And JPC, thank you. I missed the 100 cheer bits. Thank you, JPC, for the 100 cheer bits. And then Cleared Contact. Thank you as well for the follow. Red PX67. Looks like you followed maybe before the stream started, but excuse me, if you happen to be watching later on, welcome. All right, my next flight, by the way, nothing Thursday. Sorry, guys, nothing Thursday, but we will be back on Saturday. That's the giveaway stream. So stop by at some time after 8 o'clock my time, 1400 Missoula. We're going to be doing some King Air flying, just some multi-leg stuff, and should have some fun there. But stop by, get a ticket. We'll be giving away $25 at the conclusion of that stream. You don't have to be present to win. You just stop in and grab a ticket and go, take care of your yard work or whatever you have to do on a Saturday. But that'll be my next stream. So hopefully we will catch you then. All right, I am going to load up the JPC raid. Even if you're over there, let's go over and let's raid him and give him a couple flaming dragon emotes. Raid JPC. And I think we are just about ready. Again, thanks for another awesome flight with the Virtual USA Flying Club. Can't wait to fly with you guys again. Have a fantastic remainder of Tuesday, and we'll see you on Saturday, hopefully. Take care. God bless.